I'm Holly Winter Hubbard, and I have a sad story for you. I'm sorry, I know, that's why there was a change in music. We went from like fun music to sad story. There I was in the dollar store and thinking I needed to buy a $1 protein bar. I know you're going, Holly, I haven't known you very long, but that doesn't seem like the kind of thing you would normally do. It doesn't seem like you're the kind of person that would buy a really cheap protein bar from the dollar store, but I did. And the next day I was at school and my 5th grade students were eating their snack, and I was like, you know what? I have a snack. And I pulled out the protein bar and I started eating it, and I had an allergic reaction. And I got a rash all over my body, and it was all in my face, and the little pieces of rash were getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and they were about to go in my eyes. And the nurses, we had 3 nurses at that school, a lot going on, were like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know what to do. And long story short, those marks that were growing all over my body permanently disfigured my face. Hello. I know, I guess that's what you get for eating a dollar store protein bar. When I took the wrapper to the doctor, and he looked at it and he went, you ate this? I'm like, yeah, I did. He said, did it taste good? And I'm like, no. He said, well, why did you eat it? I'm like, yeah, I don't know, it was there. He said, it's not even food. It was like chemical after chemical after chemical. It's like somebody took all these chemicals and said, voila, magic, now eat it. So I ended up with 2 huge scars on my face. They were like ovals, and they were misshapen, and they were bumpy, and they were forever. And I went to the doctor and I said, look at my face. And the doctor was like, I don't know what to tell you. I'm like, do you have medicine? Here I am. I'm somebody who hates medicine. I'm like, got medicine to fix it? And he went, oh, no. There's no fixing it. Learn to wear makeup. And I was like, what? Seriously? You have nothing except makeup. So guess what? I learned to wear makeup. Now, while I was learning to wear makeup, I got tired of finding the right moisturizer. Nothing would help. My skin was bumpy and uncomfortable, and it was almost like it had been burned. And if you know, like skin that's been burned, it's never quite right again. So I got tired. I couldn't find a good moisturizer, and I decided I had to make one myself. I started researching, and I started with aloe, and then I moved on to shea butter, and I just started researching, and I tried mixing things in my kitchen. It took a year of mixing and trying different things until I came up with a formula that I could put on my face and didn't make me break out in a weird rash, because I ended up having rosacea really badly, and it didn't make my skin hurt or anything. It just sort of nourished it and moisturized it, which is what I needed. So it took a year to figure it out. Once I figured it out, I was feeling pretty good, and I used it every day for a couple of years. And then what should happen? But the pandemic hit. And I've been wearing all this makeup to hide the scars because, I got tired of people going, ooh, look, you have something on your face. And I got tired of it because it's messy when you're wearing a mask, and the makeup is messy and dirty, and it makes your mask gross. And I just decided I'm not wearing makeup. I teach kindergarten. Like, who really cares? I'll explain it to the kids. Don't ever eat. No, that's not. I would just explain that, I had a problem with my skin. So one day I was looking in the mirror, which was sort of an unusual thing because honestly, I stopped looking in the mirror because I was so tired of seeing the scarring. I was so lucky. Yes, I have so many parts of my body that work beautifully, but it was annoying, guys. I'm telling you, it was annoying. So I thought, you know what? It doesn't matter because when I'm wearing a mask, it's going to hide the scars anyway. So I put the mask on. I looked in the mirror and I'm like, can't see them. And I put the mask down a little. I'm like, can't see it. And I took the mask off. And I was shocked to find that the scars were gone. It had been about 2 years since I was using that moisturizer, and I just stopped looking. I know, you're like, who doesn't look at their face? You know, you get up early, you're barely awake, putting makeup on, out the door. When you're a teacher, there's no time to groom and look in the mirror, and I learned to hide my face. I haven't looked at it in such a long time. It was like amazing to have the scars gone that I'd had forever. Well, for 2 years, 3 years. So I started researching, what did I put in that moisturizer anyway? I started looking everything up so I could understand what chemical reaction happened to my skin, what vitamins did I put on there that it was able to heal when all the doctors told me it wouldn't heal, and that it was my own fault for eating chemicals from the dollar store. Well, that's my happy story. And now I decided just last year that I wanted, now that I knew how all of these things I put on my face were really helping my skin, okay, I wanted another layer. I wanted to take all of these vitamins. When I formulated the moisturizer, I did something very simple. There's only 3 or 4 things in it because my skin was so sensitive. Oh. And so I didn't want to upset my skin and have this rosacea flare up and have it be bright red with little bumps all over it. But now I was like, you know what? What oils out there have the very best nutrients in them? And how many can I put on my face at the same time? So I spent another year buying oils, really good, cold pressed, pure organic, and putting them on and then going, oh, I just broke out in a million things, and finding what combination would work. And by the way, this combination will not only work, this face serum that I developed will not only work for my skin, but it's for all skin types. Believe it or not, if you have oily skin, this face serum can help your body go, oh, maybe I'm making too much oil. I'll slow that down now. It can help regulate no matter what kind of skin you have. And so I worked really hard and figured out another formula for a face serum. So I started with the moisturizer, which people kept saying, Holly, make me some. Come on, I need something. I need more. And I'm like, I don't have time. You're gonna have to wait. I'd make people wait a few weeks. And they're like, but I need it. You don't understand. People were like, I'll pay you a lot of money. Please take it. And I kept feeling bad. All right, I'll make some more. All right, here you go. And so I kind of started a little skincare company called Worthy Skincare. And the idea of worthy is important to me. All right, when we're talking about worthy, we're not talking about that self-feeling from inside and yay, I matter. We're talking about the worthiness of being able to have the very best possible ingredients. I'm telling you that the ingredients that I use on my face, and I am using nothing but the best, are the same exact ingredients that I have poured into bottles to sell to anyone who wants it. I have not bought cheaper ones, although I really could. I could go on Amazon, just so you know, and they have oils that look like they are the same. They have the same name, but they are rancid. And I could buy them and you wouldn't know. And I could buy them really cheaply and I could make this and it could look good. And so many people do this. What I'm telling you is, if you buy a bottle of face serum for me and then you say, hey, Holly, here, I'm going to open it now and put some in your hand. Are you really going to put that on your face? I'll be like, yes, please, I will. And I might take a dropper and put it in my bathtub. And after I put it on my face, I do 2 to 7 drops, depending on how I'm feeling, press it in, and then my hands have a little oil on them. I put it into my hair. It's good for everything. On your neck, backs of your hands, everywhere. Oh, can I just mention something? One of the things I found when I was researching oils and moisturizers is that what a lot of companies do is they come up with this oil base and then they add flour to the oil base to dry it out so it doesn't feel wet and sticky on your face. And I'm like, clearly you've never made bread. Because if you ever make bread and you have to knead the bread, your hands get really dry, right? From all that flour and everything, flour dries out your skin. How funny is that? Oil, flour, what? Oh, so then they add more things to make it wetter, but not as wet as the oil. I'm like, stop. You're driving me insane. If you don't like the feeling of oil on your face, you will not like my face serum because it's made out of oils. But if you feel really oily after you put it on, you put too much on. You're not supposed to shower in it, right? You're supposed to put a couple drops on, rub, pat it in. That's it. So I just thought I'd mention that. Don't buy it and then say, oh, guess what? It feels oily. Oh, and one more thing. I'm getting it all off my chest now and letting you know. I've decided not to add fragrance to the oil because really it's like 3 minutes at the most until it's absorbed into your body, unless you put too much on, then it'll take longer. And that 3 minutes of fragrance, it isn't worth it because some people can't handle fragrance. So no fragrance. And I'll tell you the truth, when you put it on, it smells like oil for a moment or two and then it's gone and you feel good. My skin is smooth and lovely and I'm so happy I figured this out. There's more things that I'm figuring out as well that will add to the line very soon. So I hear you. You're going, hey, Holly, what exactly do you have? Other companies on here, they have like 80 different items in their stores and they have every color and every scent. And I'm like, I know. So you can go to these companies and you buy something called base. Not like, baseball where you get to home base, but it's a basic gloop. You can buy gloop and it might be a moisturizer gloop and they say buy our gloop. It's really cheap oils. And then you can add colors and mica. Look up mica. You don't want mica. You can add mica and they put glitter in and maybe even some little stars. What in the world? And they mix all that up and then they put it in jars and put their name on it. That's not how I work. The way I work is I actually buy the oil and I sanitize my bottles really carefully in a 3-step process. Well, 5-step if you count them all. It's like I do everything exactly the way it needs to be done. So I know it's a lot, but I'm excited about it. So I have the moisturizer that I heard about that I'm still using, guys. I still use it day to day. I have my face serum and I'm coming out with a lip product. It'll be in the next couple weeks using the same oil as the oil in the face serum. My only problem with it, I don't have any right here. I keep making little containers of it. I keep testing it. And the problem is it's so good. Like right now my lips are so smooth that I can't try the latest batch I just made because I'm trying to add more vitamins, not like fake vitamins, but more healthy oils and things in it to get something just right. I'm almost there. It's really good. You're gonna love it. So quality. This is all about quality. And I promise you, if you don't buy it, it won't hurt my feelings. There's so many people who want it. I'm gonna be busy enough. Here's how you find me, Etsy.com. I thought that would be a good place to start. And then I have my own personal website. I do writing on the side. And if you're interested, you can go check it out. But I put up a page there. Once, another couple of weeks, once I get going, I'll probably just get a website. But I haven't yet. And I'm putting off because I have a lot of other things to figure out so I can start shipping. And a question a lot of people are asking, Holly, how do you possibly have the money for this advertising budget? You're a teacher. This is ridiculous. Why are you throwing money at advertising? And I'm like, oh, I'm so happy you think I did that. Because the truth is, I did this myself. I've had a lot of fun coming up with advertising and pictures and putting things together. So if you are interested, I'm going to leave a little eye candy here at the end. If you want to look at some of the advertising little slogans and things I've come up with, I'm just having fun with it. But at the end, I just want you to know, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for being here. Oh my gosh, is this really 14 minutes long? Darn it, I was going to make it like 7 minutes. What happened? What happened? Talking too much. Teacher, talking. I know. Writer, talking. Thanks for coming by. Hope to see you in my store soon. Bye.